poppin', everybody? Your old pal Boogie Bob on the microphone, coming correct with the tech to your neck and your collarbone. Pop. What's the deal, son? I'm not doing nothing till David Young's in the house. If David Young doesn't come today, you might as well go home, because it's over. I'm not doing it. It's in my contract. Right here. It says, no David Young, no show. That's what it says. I can't. What am I going to argue against my contract? Also, if Alvin doesn't show up, I'm not going on. And the Bronx girl, no way. Not doing it. I want to wish everybody a very happy Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I'm not sure which day it is, but I know it's not Friday. I'm pretty sure it's not a Friday. Thinking it's somewhere in February, judging by the way everybody's dressed. Today I don't want anyone looking at my watch. My $11 watch. Yeah, beautiful that watch is. Shall we proceed? Should I do this for 1 hour? I have a dilemma. I have a guy about 30 feet from me. Homeless man. God bless him. But the stench of urine is overwhelming. I don't know if I can do the whole show. And I usually don't get bothered by it. I live in New York. It's horrible. It's just wafting. It's just kind of wafting along. Whoop. I am not judging him at all, but his odor I'm judging. He's unconscious, he's out cold. Kickoff. 3,000 asylum seekers. It's they're putting beds on a soccer field. Guys, listen. If you don't have it in your heart to feel compassion or empathetic for those of people who are struggling and have nothing and are coming here. Okay, for the people in the back who are slow, Randall's Island Migrant Complex opens to now 3,000 asylum seekers. They're not illegal immigrants. They didn't run across a wall and run all the way to New York and get on a boat to Long Island or Staten Island. These are migrants trying to become residents of America. So you go on any right-wing conservative website and they're like, I hate them, they're all pieces of crap. Well, the people saying that are the pieces of crap. I don't want to stretch the economy any more than anyone else, but I cannot just go to sleep and not care about these people because of where they're from, or the color of their skin, or their religion. Who are we? Sitting up watching Netflix with our solid gold chandeliers. Well, I do. I have a solid gold chandelier. Just last night, I was sitting there eating caviar with my butler in my Ferrari, and I said, you know what? Us little people have to stick together. Well, this poor lady. MTA. This is what you should be mad about. The MTA is hiking it up to $2.90. $2.90. When I first moved to New York, it was 5 cents, plus you got a free blowjob. Now, who could, come on. You couldn't pick if it was a guy or a girl, but it was a free blowjob. In the subway, 5 cents. 5 cents a ride. Man, those were the days, my friends. Now it's $2.90, and you may or may not get a blowjob. I don't know. That depends on your game. New York City is taking the bite out of illegal pot sales. Hawking unlicensed cannabis edibles was a half-baked from the start. No, it wasn't. It made a lot of people very, 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 very wealthy. Everybody you could think of was out there selling weed. Along with a crackdown on the city's illegitimate weed vendors, law enforcement agencies are targeting stores selling unregulated marijuana munchies. So at first it was just the weed, now they're going to get them for the munchies. Now if you have a license, you can get a license, you're okay, you're good money. It's legal, but it's not. It's legal to consume. It's not legal to purchase or sell unless you have the license. Anybody knows her number? I just need to talk to her for 5 minutes. It's very important. Wild bust for NFL tight end. Now I had a tight end, but that was in college. An NFL tight end, known for evading tackles, was caught on camera giving Los Angeles security guards the same treatment before he was arrested for being under the influence of a controlled substance. Wait, you're telling me an NFL football player was on drugs? No way. No way. New Orleans Saints tight end Jimmy Graham was experiencing a medical episode and likely suffered a seizure while he was filmed sprinting away from security guards. Video obtained by TMZ shows Graham running down the street away as 2 security guards chased after him with flashlights. Pull over, I'm a security guard. Shark shocks whale watchers. A large shark surprised onlookers when it popped out of the water in Wales. They're trying to do the old double whammy there. I'm not falling for it. Wales is a country, I think. An estimated 16-foot-long thresher shark was spotted leaping off the coast of Newquay, Ceredigion, Wales last week. He said he was in shock when he saw the huge animal jump out of the water. It breached 3 times in total. Big deal. I once saw a shark stab a man with a knife in Brooklyn, then jump back into the water. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Bust. In heinous. RJ, I did not say anus. Calm down. I said heinous. 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 Taken from the Greek word of anus. A Guatemalan migrant has been arrested. Oh, that's all we need. Can you imagine Ted Cruz? He was a migrant, everybody. I told you, it's Joe Biden's fault. He was a Guatemalan migrant who killed this girl from Texas. A Guatemalan migrant has been arrested and charged with allegedly sexually assaulting and fatally strangling, I don't even want to say it, an 11-year-old girl. I think this was the one that they found under the bed. I brought you last week. The father ended up coming home. He stuffed her body in a laundry bag under her bed. Juan Carlos Garcia, he shouldn't even go to trial. He should be beaten in the street by that girl's father and uncles. They should each get to beat him with golf clubs. Juan Carlos Garcia Rodriguez, 18, was on the lam for nearly a week after the horrific August 12th assault of little Maria Gonzalez, God bless her heart, in Pasadena, Texas, before the cops caught up with him in Louisiana on Saturday. He confessed. Once he confesses, he should be beaten to death. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Rodriguez, who crossed the U.S. border with Mexico in January, self-surrendered to authorities and cut loose. It's Joe Biden's open border policy. Why this guy got in. I promise you, it's going to be on Tucker Carlson tonight. And believe me, I don't think anyone should get a sneak across the border. I believe that they should do exactly what they're doing now. Go through the process, get put on a bus, and not shipped off to Texas, from Texas to New York or Kamala Harris's house, but have some kind of process where either we strengthen that border and try to do it as humanely. And guys, it's this never-ending battle. It's not just cut and dry like screw everybody. I want to help people, but I understand there's going to be bad people that come through. This guy was one of them. He shouldn't go on a long trial. He's probably eating well in that orange jumpsuit. He should be beaten to death. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm not doing that. Now look, the Bidens are going to finally be in trouble sooner or later. The media hides it, but Biden are in big trouble. Well, this is the media. This thing's the media. You're not hiding anything. If Joe Biden and his son broke the law, they should get all the felonies that Trump is getting, depending on the laws they broke. I believe everybody should be, unlike some people, I believe everybody should be held accountable. If Obama breaks the law, give him the felonies. Let him go to court. Do not say, oh, because he's an ex-president. I had a guy tell me today that I was jealous of Trump. I got in a lot of trouble. I went to prison. I never had 91 felonies. I had one felony. 91 felonies. I probably should have had 91 felonies. I talked about this actor yesterday, this young man, 40 years old. He was the toast of the town. There he is. Peluso dies at 40. Wicked actors battle. I hope it's not a battle of drugs and alcohol. I think it might have been some kind of sick illness he had. He sought treatment for schizophrenia disorder months before his death, August 15th at age 40. You typically don't die from schizophrenia. You die from taking your life. A Broadway star's family confirmed his death on Thursday, which also shared that he had taken time away from acting for treatment of his mental health. No details were shared of the cause of death. Typically that's somebody who's really in a lot of pain, emotionally, mentally. Yesterday I talked a little bit about what I'm going through, and I want to thank people for sending their kind emails and messages. I want to thank Treaton. I want to thank Pineapple Water. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you. God bless you. I do not try to claim that my suffering is probably minor and minuscule to most. Many people in this chat suffer from depression. I said it yesterday. Look how handsome I am. Look at my $11 watch. Would a man with an $11 watch and a Biggie shirt with a cat on it be depressed? Yes, it happens. I try to fight my way out of it, and I have many times. Just yesterday, I was sitting in my limousine with my fine women and my caviar, and I said, you know what? You got to fight your way out of it. Money doesn't do it. Money doesn't solve anything. Trust me. Man 22 shot and killed. Where at, Joe? Bronx? Yes, the Bronx. A 22-year-old man was shot and killed in the Bronx Sunday. That's yesterday. Cops responded about 4:05 a.m. This was a couple hours ago, to an emergency call about a man who had been shot at the intersection of Boynton and Watson Avenue. God bless him and his family. Crazy plane lady. Guys, I've talked about the crazy plane lady. She was somebody who was at that time either drunk or suffering from some mental ailment. She gets up from the back of the plane, she walks to the front, she turns around, she goes, I'm getting off this effing plane. You all can die if you want to, but that mother effer, he ain't real. Went viral. 80 million views, I think this thing had. That mother effer ain't real. And the poor guy's like, I'm real, look, I'm a human. Well, the Texas marketing executive behind the viral That Mother Effer Ain't Real plane meltdown posted a new selfie on social media in an ongoing attempt to rebrand her tarnishing image as the crazy plane lady. She was the crazy plane lady. Even I called her that. Call up my friend. Hey, did you see that viral video? No, what is it? You know, the crazy plane lady. Oh yeah, I saw it. She's crazy. Yeah, she was on a plane and she was a lady. Crazy plane lady with a ponytail. Tiffany Gomez, 38, looked cozy and casual, wearing a wide smile, long flowing hair, and bare feet in the selfie posted Sunday afternoon. Now, she can post that, and there's still going to be people in her comments, you're a crazy plane lady. They're going to follow her the rest of her life, unfortunately. One moment does not define you. Unfortunately, it does. It defines you in the eyes of others. You could be the greatest quarterback in the world, like Michael Vick, and you kill some dogs. That moment defines you. It will follow you the rest of your days. One moment doesn't define you, but it can define your purpose. I don't know what your purpose would be. Anyways, God bless her. I'm telling you right now, this isn't the same lady from the plane. People under the comments said. The wannabe motivational influencer garnered near than 15,000 likes on her new post. God bless her. Maybe it's working. 3 kids and 10 bravest hurt in a blaze in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. Shout out to the bravest. Those are those firefighters that run into this hell. 3 young kids left alone in a Brooklyn apartment were seriously hurt. I don't like that. Seriously hurt by fire is worse than seriously hurt by stabbings or gunshots. Sounds horrible, but being hurt by fire is the worst. The blaze engulfed an entire block about 5 miles away, sending 10 firefighters to the hospital. The children, 4, 5, and 8, were hospitalized in stable but critical condition. The father, the piece of shit father, was arrested. Authorities later found the parents and arrested the father. Fire Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh said. The circumstances are under investigation as why the kids were left alone. The father, a 37-year-old Anthony Halliburton, was charged with 3 counts each of abandonment of a child and endangering the welfare of a child. Then just before noon, who? I don't have kids. Some of you do. What father is going to leave a 4, 5, and 8-year-old at home alone? That's horrific. Hey, why don't we cancel Alec Baldwin? That's what they're saying. Let's cancel Alec. Believe me, Alec Baldwin has no friends in the press. I like Alec Baldwin. I've met Alec Baldwin. He's funny. He was one of the most handsome leading men of all time. That guy was chiseled, but he is a pig. He's a mean person. He yells and screams at his daughter on tape. He's yelled and screamed at all his wives and choked them, and he's just not a very good person. And he was worse than Sean Penn. He would fist fight paparazzi here in New York all the time. So he has no friends in the press. And when something like this happens, the press can make or break you, and they want to break him. Ron DeSantis, the guy's new to the game. He doesn't understand. He's going to sit there for a year now, running for president, kissing Trump's ass, Can't beat him by kissing his ass. At some point, you got to make your move. So yesterday he made his move, but he didn't insult Trump. He insulted the voters, which is just idiotic. Moronic. He will not win anything, trust me. Donald Trump has decided not to, hey brother, how are you? Good. He's decided not to go to the debate. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. First of all, he's leading by like 60 points. The guy is just crushing in his party. Sorry. When you reach for a Coke, reach for a Coke. Zero. Got zero sugars. All the bite that your granddaddy's Coke had. Back in the day, my granddaddy's Coke had real cocaine in it. Donald Trump to duck the debates. Former President Donald Trump confirmed on Sunday that he would not join the Republican presidential primary debates because he will be in prison. You guys been hearing about the Donald Trump character? Get me out of here. Oh boy, this wreck was a real hair raiser. Now, heart-pounding video footage captured the moment a runaway car slammed into an Arizona beauty salon, missing a patron by mere feet. Hi, Tom Slemmer. What's poppin'? The tan sedan is seen speeding into the Belvia salon, where it narrowly missed a man. That's news. That's really news. Yesterday I was walking down the street and a taxi went by, and it could have hit me if it went on the curb. It could have missed me like 30 feet. If it would have swerved, it could have hit me. Dead man in the Bronx trash bag. A man's body was found wrapped in a plastic garbage bag and stuffed into a shopping cart in the Bronx. Police received a 911 call around 11:15 a.m. about a man who was found unconscious and unresponsive inside a black plastic bag. He was pronounced dead. I don't think I could fit in a black. I don't think I could fit in a garbage bag. Has to be one of the big industrial heavy-duty joints. Queens Creek's bashed two with baseball bats. Two people were struck in the head with a baseball bat, apparently by the same assailant, in separate attacks in the Queens. Who does that? Who does that? Thank you, Mighty Bull. I appreciate you. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Nyan. Hi, Val. The first victim, a man 46, was hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat in Astoria Park on Saturday. The suspect, described as a male on a skateboard. The guy's on a skateboard, walking around, skating around, cracking people with a baseball bat. The victim was taken to Elmhurst Hospital in stable condition, thank you God. A short time later, a man 79 was struck in the forehead with a bat at 19th Street and 20th Avenue, a few blocks from the park. His attacker matched that of a man on a skateboard. I think it's the same guy. The older man was taken to Cornell Hospital in stable condition. Cops took a person of interest into custody, but the charges were not filed as of yet. You on the skateboard with the baseball bat and blood on it. Can you come here, sir? I wasn't me. Wasn't me. There was a guy beating homeless people to death in Las Vegas on the Strip. He would walk up and club them in the head with a hammer. Horrible. You can Google it. YouTube it. He would walk up at night, pull out the hammer, and then club the homeless guys under the blanket. Killed two of them. So the cops took a dummy, a real dummy, put it under a blanket, and put it there and just sat and waited. Here comes the guy. With it, looks around, pulls his hammer out, starts smashing it, sees it's a dummy. He was like, oh shit. Starts walking off, and they caught his ass. Insane video. If you just type in man beats homeless men in Las Vegas with hammer, it'll come right up. There's lots of YouTube videos. The cops are sitting there. Here he comes. The guy, you see him, he pulls out. Ingenious. Then his defense was, I've never done it before, but I saw it was a dummy. I could tell it was a dummy, so I started hitting it. I don't like dummies. French General Georgelin dies on a hike. God, if this would have been an American general, hey girl, hold on, everybody don't move. Hey there, girl, how you doing? All right, see what you're working with. Is she looking? Nope. She was not impressed. A French 5-star general. Can you imagine? Who led the reconstruction of the Notre Dame Cathedral? It burnt down. It was horrible. Was found dead while hiking in the Pyrenees Mountains in southern France. Jean-Louis Gourgelin. If it would have been an American general, they would have said right away, Hillary Clinton had him killed. Jean-Louis Gourgelin, 74, was on the solo trip. Solo? Who goes hiking solo? No thanks. Who are you going to complain to? You got to have someone there to complain to. God, it's hot. Oh, this trail sucks. Look at that deer. He's stupid. The butterflies suck. You got to have someone to. His death is being treated as an accident for now. He died 12 days before his 75th birthday. French President Emmanuel Macron took to Twitter to honor the military man, writing, "The nation lost one of its great soldiers. He died on a hike." This is horrible. 2 men died during Irish Ironman swim. God, the Ironman is one of these things where usually the Ironman contest, you have to bicycle, you have to run. I'm 60, I can't solo trip to the bodega. This guy's hiking up a damn mountain. Usually these Ironman, these decathlon things, you bike, you swim, you hike, you do this, you do that. 2 men died during the Ironman swim. 2 men died during the swimming portion of the Ironman event in Ireland. The Cook County Council said it was deeply saddened over the tragic loss of 2 race participants. Irish broadcasters said the 2 men, one in his 60s and the other in his 40s, died in separate incidents during the 1.5-mile swimming portion. That's too long, bro. If it's a 1.5-mile running portion and you get tired, you lay down on the street. You sit down on the side of the road. If it's 1.5 miles in the water, bro, what are you gonna do? Just float? No, I don't like it. During the swim portion on Sunday's race, safety personnel provided immediate medical attention upon recognizing the athletes were in need of assistance when they started sinking. We share our greatest sympathies for the families. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene. They both drowned. That's horrible. I brought you this yesterday in a Boogie Bob exclusive. I was the first person on the planet to break this story when I read it in the Post. Moscow is moonstruck. There's their rocket. Lunar crash. The damn rocket crashed into the moon. Bruh. Russia's first lunar mission in nearly half a century, that's 50 years, came to a violent end when its unmanned, thank goodness, Luna 25 spacecraft spun out of control and crashed into the moon. After encountering a problem when it began preparing for the pre-landing orbit. Mexico also sent a rocket and it crashed on the sun. I'm trying to crack a joke, it wasn't that good. But Mexican president said, yes, but we flew there at night. So, it sounded a little racist. I apologize for that. I apologize for that knock on mi amigos. Russian officials had hoped the prestigious mission would show that they could still compete in the space age. They can't. Soviet decline and extreme loss. I have a whole lot of friends. Mostly my African American friends. They don't believe nobody ever been to no moon. You ask my friend Black Kyle? Oh no, that was a sound stage. Nobody been to no damn moon. You crazy? I believe we have. Britney Spears. Britney Spears is still beautiful, talented, rich. Would I get with her? The answer is no. No, absolutely not. She's insane. And I think, I don't even know if it's mental. I think it's a lot of the drugs she's been on for years to try to balance that mental, all the Prozacs and all the other stuff. But Britney went topless yesterday. Oh baby, baby, I wasn't supposed. She's going through it. Her husband, probably her anchor, is out, and she decided that she would go topless, not to be outdone by her soon-to-be ex-story. Britney Spears posted a video on Instagram of herself rolling around on the bed while topless. Now, I found that video disgusting. After 3 hours, I stopped watching. I was like, I'm no longer watching this in slow motion. No. No. I refuse. After the 30th watch, I quit. And I'm going to delete it next month. It's out of there. Tori Spelling. Her dad was worth a couple $100 million. He was one of the richest Hollywood producers. He was filthy rich. Aaron Spelling. 90210, all those shows he did. She's living in a van down by the river with 5 or 6 kids in the damn van. Well, now she has, after her housing woes, Tori Spelling has wound up in the hospital. The former Beverly Hills 90210 alum who recently living in an RV park with 5 kids shared yesterday via social media she's battling an unknown medical issue. The reality star has revealed the 4th day here, I'm missing my kids so much. I pray that her and her kids are reunited and that she can get the help she needs. I met Chris Farley. Chris Farley was probably with the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Saw him a couple times, always with the baddies of baddies. Very nice, very, 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 very nice guy. Rest in peace to Chris Farley. Because he lived in the van down by the river. 5 die in Florida of bacteria. I need you guys to listen because some of you are from Florida. I've been reading about this almost weekly now. 5 people are confirmed dead in Tampa Bay area because of a flesh-eating bacterium known to lurk at beaches. According to the Florida Health of Vibrio vulnificus, the Vibrio vulnificus bacterium's natural habitat is a warm, brackish seawater because it requires salt to live. The bacteria typically grow more quickly in warmer months. Infections are rare, but health officials say those with open wounds, cuts or scrapes. I got cats. I got cuts and scrapes everywhere. Don't go. Guys, if you want to live yourself a long, healthy life, just stay in an Easy Boy recliner and put on Netflix. Don't leave your house. Also eat Twinkies and Ding Dongs. Now, I ate a Ding Dong, but that was in college. Did you guys hear about this guy? Pedal for dear life. Biker saves grand from Hawaiian fires. Look at this handsome hunk. First, before I even get into the story, I want to shout out all of our dear friends. I know Tom Slemmer's here. His father reps Hawaii big. He was the first one to tell me about a ama ama uku 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 wow. What's that damn push? the Huma Huma Wama Wama Wuku Wahoo state fish. He's also turned me on to spam. Shout out to your pops. I pray he's doing well. Our beautiful neighbors in Hawaii, our brothers, sisters, and all the precious animals, the trees, the vegetation, the island in general of Maui. I pray for every man, woman, and child affected by this horrific, horrible catastrophe. Paela Kiakona. Paela Kiakona. That's a Hawaiian right there. That's a real Hawaiian guy. He rode miles on a bike to get his grandmother out of Lahaina. About 30 minutes before her whole complete home was destroyed. This guy, what a grandson. Hi, Madge. What did your grandson Timmy do? Oh, he made me a cake. Ooh. How about you, Doris? What did your grandson do? He played baseball and made a home run. How about you, Ethel? What did your son do? Oh, he rode 30 miles on a bike through fire, through hellfire to save me. Your grandsons are pieces of crap. My grandson's a hero on the paper. Your kid made a cake. Out of here. Sorry. This woman has bragging rights for the rest of her life. A desperate Hawaiian man turned into a modern-day Paul Revere, trading in a horse for a bicycle as he raced against flames to warn his grandmother about the devastating incoming wildfire. Paea Kiakona, 28, traveled 13 miles through hellfire, torched hellscape. I'm gonna start crying. This is so beautiful. In a frantic bid to save his beloved grandmother who lived in the doomed town of Lahaina. I was riding as fast as I could, but the fire was coming really fast, burning at my handlebars. He told the Post on Friday about his harrowing ride from Hanakawaha Valley home. I almost fell over multiple times as the wind was gushing by with the fire. The wind was horrific. Picture of the wind with fire in the wind. There were points where I felt I would give up and die, like I couldn't make it. But I couldn't make it. But I felt as if God had his hand on my shoulder, pushing me, encouraging me. I finally got there. I told her, you need to leave now. Luckily, my grandmother had some tenants and they had a car. One of his cousins then came on a dirt bike, which he hopped on to hitch a ride out of there. His bike was destroyed in the fire. Fire swept through less than a half hour later, destroying his grandmother's house and killing all in its path. Kiakona's frantic journey started by car at 4 p.m. when he got a call the flames were headed towards Lahaina. Somebody from another island called me because there was no power, no landlines or cell phone service. People couldn't get the word out. By the way, they said that some of the county, the officials decided they didn't want to cause a panic, so they didn't tell anybody. People were sitting in their homes, not knowing fire was coming at them. His grandma didn't know. She was sitting there watching Jeopardy. And this guy, God bless him, his first thought was trying to save his family's boat. But as he neared the town, he realized that that was the last priority. Wild minds meant down power lines and crossed closed roads. Those that remained open soon stacked up with cars looking for escape. The wind was moving in excess of 80 miles an hour. When he hit a wall of cars, he knew he had to change tactics, so he borrowed a friend's bicycle and began pedaling. Do you imagine loving someone so much that you're driving to their home, your car gets stuck, and you get a bicycle and you say, I'm going. They should do a movie about this kid. There was smoke in all directions. It was like something you see in a movie from hell. I could feel my legs building up with lactic acid, whatever the hell that is. My lungs were heavy. My heart was pounding. I couldn't see. But I continued and I pushed through it. Pure instinct took over. Nothing was going to stop me from getting there to save my grandma. He saved his grandmother from becoming one of an ever-increasing number of casualties. It's already reached 120 people and over 1,000 missing. Officials have not been able to say how many people are unaccounted for, but his grandmother and her friends were saved. I would like him to marry my sister. That was beautiful. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties while I wiped boogers out of my eyes. Gladys, what did your son do? He made a cake. Well, your son's a little piece of shit. My son rode through a bicycle, hellfire for 18 miles. What a beautiful story. Page 20, we finally had some love and some kindness and compassion. I think that is just an absolute beautiful story. Shout out to this kid, Paella Kiakona. Tucker Carlson went on last night to say the bicycle could have been stolen and is asking the police to look into it. Georgia teacher asked for bad book. A Georgia school district fired a veteran teacher after parents balked at her reading a picture book about gender identity to 5th graders. Okay. This channel is about love, compassion, kindness, acceptance, and I am a huge supporter of the LGBTQ plus community. I do believe maybe 5th grade they should have a permission slip to read a book like that. I don't know. I don't want to. I believe there are a lot of 5th graders who feel a certain way, but I do believe that maybe the school should check with parents. I don't see anything wrong with it myself, but I think the school should check with parents to see if the parents have a problem. 5th grade does seem pretty young. The Cobb County School Board voted 4-3 Thursday to terminate. This teacher has been teaching Katie Rindahall. She's been there for 10 years. After the March class reading of My Shadow is Purple. If you guys want to check out the book or read up on it, My Shadow is Purple. A book that discusses gender identity and centers on a non-binary character. The concern triggered a new state law placing restrictions on how grade schoolers, teachers can discuss other topics. 5th grade, I didn't know what a boner was. 6th grade, I did. I didn't leave the house from June until August 1970. Bobby, what are you doing in the bathroom? Nothing, Mom. I'm brushing my teeth. For 3 hours? Yes. Yes, please quit disturbing me while I brush my teeth. For 3 hours. Nuptials go to the dog. My dog ate my passport. Probably won't fly at customs. A Boston couple wedding is in jeopardy after their dog chewed up the man's passport. That man ripped up that passport. He's like, honey, I can't get married. The dog, stupid dog, chewed my passport. Now I can't get married. When I got married, all my friends, my best friend Gary, we had code words. They said, look, if you start wanting out before you say yes, blink like this, and I'll knock you out and say that you got food poisoning. And I didn't do it because I'm a moron. A Boston couple's wedding is in jeopardy after their dog chewed up the man's passport less than 2 weeks before they are due to be married in Italy. You can get a new passport in 48 hours. He didn't see that one coming, did he? Donato Fratiantoli told WCBB he and his fiance went to the city hall to fill their marriage forms just days ahead of their planned wedding, August 31st. That's another week away, bro, 2 weeks. When they got home, they found their golden retriever, Chicky, had eaten through the nuptial pages and chewed up his passport. Honey, I can't marry you now. The dog chewed up the passport. And that means I can never get married ever again in the history of my life. This story is horrible. I was sleeping and the news was on. This is a California merchant killed over pride flag. 9 kids. 9 kids. Anybody who would shoot you over a pride flag is a piece of trash and they should rot in hell. The owner of a popular California clothing store was fatally shot by a man who made disparaging remarks about a pride flag. Guys, this is what they are doing. If there's a pride flag in your front yard and you don't like it, drive on by. You really got to get out and tell them they're going to go to hell. You're a real Christian telling someone else they're going to go to hell. Those are not Christians, folks. Those are evil, horrible people. These are people who have Fox News on 24/7 and they're telling you that they're coming to get your children. Lori Carlton, 66, owner of a clothing boutique called Magpie in San Bernardino, suffered a fatal gunshot wound outside the store on Friday afternoon. The gunman then was fatally shot by the police. Out of here. The gunman was fatally shot by the police. The business owner had reportedly gotten into an altercation with a man who police said had made several disparaging remarks about the rainbow flag. The rainbow flag only stands for inclusion. It doesn't promote homosexuality. It says you are welcome. I promise you this guy wouldn't have shot her if she had a racist flag hanging out there. At some point during the argument, the suspect shot her before fleeing on foot. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Responding officers located the suspect nearby, armed with a handgun, which he refused to drop. When deputies attempted to contact the suspect, a lethal force encounter occurred when the suspect pronounced deceased. I got a guy screaming and yelling at people over here. Yeah, we got a crazy guy. See him. Dinner theater, folks. That's him, right? Oh, now he's walking away. That's him walking away in the vest. He's still yelling. He stopped. Right behind the umbrella there. He's screaming. Oh, he's screaming. Okay. I think he's gone. It's dinner theater. Guys, I've done the show, the news show from my home, like 4 or 5 times. It's horrible. You're gonna see cats walking by, and there's nothing fun. There's no ambiance. I might do a couple more from the home. The suspect's name has not been released. Carlton was known in her community, and tributes from celebrities and local LGBT groups have been pouring in from around the world. It doesn't say anything here, but I swear she has 9 kids. It doesn't say anything here, but it says she has 9. If anybody knows J-Lo's phone number, it's important that I contact her about a liaison. Back to the Robert De Niro thief. We got today's action-packed news segment. The De Niro thief ankle trick. She didn't show up for court. He's also been arrested twice since she got out. Robert De Niro walked downstairs on Christmas. There's a lady sitting on his couch opening his package. She's like, "Hi Bob, you got a scarf and it looks like your kid got you a pipe." "I'm keeping the ear pods." The serial burglar accused of breaking into Robert De Niro's townhouse was allegedly free to strike again thanks in part to a loophole in New York that let her blow off a monitor ankle bracelet. I don't care. Has anybody been following this guy? Oliver Anthony. The right has lost their minds over this guy. They love this guy. You go to Fox News, they do a 2-hour show on him. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I watched the song, seen the song. He's very talented. I didn't cry. I spent 16 hours working for a paycheck. That shit. Biden is killing me with all his legal shit. And just that kind of song gets you emotional. But America won't run from you, 'cause I'm red, white, and blue through. He's one of those guys. If you get a chance and you want, it's getting tens of millions of views on YouTube. His name is Oliver Anthony. And the song is what the hell is it called? Oh, Rich Men North of Richmond. I got a paycheck worth $1 and my rent is due again. I can't chew tobacco 'cause I ain't got me no friends. Joe Biden is the devil. He's a piece of trash. If I had $5, I would buy a chunk of hash. One of those good feely songs about the economy and what have you. He also talks about obesity. Just not my cup of tea, but God bless him. The final chapter. Look at this. Jimmy Carter, probably one of the worst presidents of all time, but economically. But what a great guy. He got out of the game and he is building homes at the age of 100. He's out there. I'm at home crying about my sore shoulder, and he's over there kneeling. Habitat for Humanity. But both him and his wife Rosalind are on their last legs. They say neither one has much time left. Former President Jimmy Carter, 98, and his wife, 96. Oh, he likes them young. He's another Boogie Bob there. Former President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind, 96, are in the final chapter of their lives, the couple grandson has revealed. He's the 39th president. He went into a hospice care. God bless him. Guys, I don't need to do 96. 66, I'll be okay. 66, I'm all right. Did you see this? And I wish them both luck. God bless them. They both lived a very long, happy life. This is a wallaby. Not to be confused with the Coney Island rat. It's a wallaby. Cops hop to Coney Island wallaby rescue. Some moron got himself. A wallaby is like a miniature kangaroo. A wallaby was rescued by authorities after officers spotted a young man Saturday evening carrying the animal while walking along Coney Island on the boardwalk. The furry creature. You're going to outlive Ozzy Osbourne. You're going to be 130 and in great shape. I pray. Or whatever you like. I pray for whatever you like. So the cops are going by and there's this guy walking by with a damn wallaby under his arm. The furry creature was found snug in a soft bag on the popular Brooklyn Beach area at around 5 p.m. Officers began searching for the wallaby after a 911 caller said there was a man holding a kangaroo. The 22-year-old suspect carrying the wallaby was given a ticket for possession of a wild animal. The creature was taken by the officers and brought to Animal Care Center, where it pulled out a gun and shot 2 cops. You guys been reading about this wallaby who shot a couple cops? To be honest with you, it's really, that's what hip-hop gets you, folks. Sorry. I apologize. The rescue operation on Saturday came days after the man was spotted in Washington Square Park, walking with the damn wallaby. Listen, first of all, a wallaby doesn't need to be living in New York City. But I can understand if this man actually grew attached and loved his animal, called him Wally, hugged every night, gave him milk, whatever they gave him, and then the cops take him. I get it. He must be going through some pain. But the wallaby is not for this. I always wanted to get a ferret, but they cannot have them in New York State. I'd also like to have a crow. Can't have them in New York. You cannot own a crow in America. Look it up. You cannot own a crow in America. Wild animals like wallabies are prohibited from being owned by people unless they are a vet's office, a zoo, or an aquarium. A lab, no thanks, or other sorts of animal exhibits. Wallabies are members of the kangaroo clan and are mostly from Australia. However, this wallaby did not pull a gun on cops. It was actually a knife. So I don't know why a wallaby would be pulling a knife on cops, but I don't condone that. Ice cream mass home. Ice creams Massachusetts home. I don't know why they write these stupid things. Ice creams mass home. But I can think that. Ice creams mass home. A 15 to 20 pound object that fell from the sky into a Massachusetts home was a real icebreaker. Homeowner Jeff Ilg, I-L-G, and his wife Amelia Rainville believe. Amelia, do you take Jeff Ilg to be your lawfully wedded husband? I do, but I can't have his last name. No. You are not going to call me Amelia Ilg. I refuse it. It's a deal breaker. Amelia Rainville is my name. Do not call me Amelia Ilg. They believe that the piece of ice which damaged their roof but did not harm the couple or their children fell from an airplane. Now you understand, this happens all the time. And most of the time, it's human shit from an airplane. That big ass glob of those toilets, and they let it loose. If you saw the movie Joe Dirt, he had a huge meteorite he carried around for a whole time, and it turned out to be shit from an airplane. We heard an explosion, basically the loudest pop bang I ever heard, said Ilk. It was hard to wrap my head around. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, but a big ass ice. Can you imagine walking down the street and you get hit with shit? It's happened to me before. Abuser hiding in a fake wall. A New Mexico mother of 15 who faked her own death. Okay. If I was a mother of 15, I might fake my own death. Guys, it's time for dinner. Susan, Steve, Jim, Marcia, Mike, Larry, Donald, Ogan. I can't even make up 15 names. I would kill myself. A New Mexico mother of 15. She got 15 kids, and I've only had sex 14 times. I don't understand it. Faked her own death after defying probation restraints in a child abuse case, including allegations she boiled puppies in front of her kids. Well, she should be slapped in the mouth for that. Not by a man. By Bria. Bria, if you're watching, I'd like you to slap this woman in the face. Martha Crouch, 58, was discovered in Herfono County, nearly 250 miles east of her Aztec home. She was busted after California police responded to reports of a man suffering medical emergency in the yard outside. When cops arrived, they found Crouch's husband, Timothy, 62, dead on the lawn. This is an after-school movie right here. When one of the adult daughters learned of the death, she told authorities there were siblings in the trailer being abused. Colorado police then connected Crouch to his wife, whom they learned had a warrant in New Mexico dating back to 2021. When police returned to the trailer with the warrant, they were met by one of Crouch's children who said their mom had died years ago. Police searched the trailer and found a false wall where Martha Crouch was hiding. One of the kids was sticking up for mom. My mom died years ago. And the other kid's like, she's in the wall. X-nay to the hallway. In the hallway. What a long day of news. That story of that young man from Hawaii. What a gut-wrenching, beautiful story of perseverance and love. The guy rode a bicycle for 18 miles through hell. Tires were on fire and he kept going. Ethel, what did your grandson do? He made me finger paintings. What did your grandson do? Oh, nothing. He just rode through 18 miles of hell to save me while your little crappy Timmy did ain't. I apologize. Guys, we're only doing 3 today. But they're going to be the best 3 we've ever done. We're doing 3. Yeah, I'm not going to interfere. I'm just going to let fate will roll out and tell us what we're doing today. Aquarius. We're in the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Aquarius. No matter what you do in life, your grandson will never ride 18 miles through hell for you. I don't appreciate that. First of all, maybe your grandson would do that. So, they got it wrong this time. Something you have got for free for a very long time. That's cable. That means you've been stealing your neighbor's cable. Something you have got for free for a very long time will get a price tag slapped on it around the time the sun changes signs in midweek. Before you hand over your hard-earned dollars, ask yourself this question. Could you live without it? No, you cannot live without cable. What are you, insane? You got free cable from your neighbor? Tonight I'm cooking with Boogie Bob. Hey, I put up some really cool videos last night. I hope you guys check them out. It is Virgo. Virgo. I got a video of the screaming lady in Times Square. I wasn't filming her. I was just sitting in my chair, and there she is screaming, screaming at me. And I used my 360 camera. It turned out pretty good. Virgo. Your grandson is a piece of crap compared to the kid in Hawaii. Your grandson is a loser. Get him off the couch. I guarantee. First of all, I don't appreciate all this comparing whataboutisms. It's not right. I don't like it. Virgo, the sun's move in your sign in the week will bring clear and indisputable evidence that your recent efforts have had beneficial effects on both your personal and professional outlook. A bright new future awaits you, so get out there and have some fun. And last but not least, let's get this bitch going. Leo. Leo. I'm sure you don't need to hear it from me, but your grandson is a lazy piece of guys, I'm so over this story. It's like, come on. Don't do that, bro. Leo, the sun's journey through your sign is coming to an end for another year, and if you look back over the past few weeks, you will clearly see that you have traveled a long way in a short period of time. Everybody wants me to do theirs. I'm doing everybody. Libra, remind yourself each and every day of the week that you are not a victim, that your universe is very much on your side. It can sometimes be difficult to see what your life plan is, but if you look hard enough, you will find it. Scorpio, your attitude towards life will improve in leaps and bounds over the next few days as information you were previously unaware of makes it clear that you are doing better than your critics give you credit for. You really don't need approval. So my business partner, the other day I'm going through all these bills, old bills I haven't looked at for a year. I find a check in there for like $1,700. I found a couple. To me, I'm like, oh crap, they're not good after 60 days or 90 days. So I got to looking at it. I said, wait a minute, I think this place we no longer do business with owes me like $9,000. So I called my business partner. I said, why don't you send them over an email? She goes, Bob, we're not there anymore. It's a new general manager. I go, send an email. It's a small world. I have a large reputation in this business. So do you. And you never know. Maybe they'll want to do the right thing. And I think they owe us $9,000. But even if they pay us a couple grand, it's money we don't have and we can get. She sends the email. It takes a while to find out who the new general manager is. They've been through 3 or 4 new general managers. Today we get an email. Hi, Bob and Nadine. This is Brian from Lavo. I worked with you guys for over a decade. I love you guys. I'm the new general manager here, and we are going to get you paid. A small world that a guy that worked with me and for me for over a decade, and I just thought of him the other day. I said, wonder whatever happened to Brian. He landed at this spot. Not only will he get us paid whatever we're owed, he's also going to, I know, hire us now that he's a general manager. This general manager is the top. It's the owner, general manager. And the general manager is going to make sure that we get what we have coming to us. Small world. Sagittarius, your desire to move up in the world will increase dramatically when the sun moves into the career area of your chart midweek. New opportunities are about to come your way, and you must take advantage of each and every one of them. Capricorn, the most important thing now is that you follow that your conscience tells you that rather than what the so-called experts say you must do. If you feel the need to devote yourself to something the others say is a waste of time, then go for it 100%. Pisces, we're in the dawning of the age of the Pisces. Yeah, no, that's not it. Who's this big ass muscle bound guy looking at? Like he's scared. It's me. He's looking at me. Okay, everybody just be quiet. He's fine. The sun moves into the part. He's lucky. He's gone. No, he's back. He's back. The sun's move into the partnership, Pisces, of your area chart this week will bring a simmering dispute to boil. But that's no bad thing. You can't go on pretending that everything is, everyone is on the same wavelength when major differences need to be resolved. Aries, we're in the dawning of the age of the Aries now. That's not it either. I don't know what I'm getting. Big ass muscle bound guy want a problem, and he's gonna have to reach my lips. Aries, if you have not turned in a dream, if you have not yet turned a dream into reality, then you had better get moving. The sun's changing a sign on Wednesday. Every single one of these says the same thing. The sun is changing on Wednesday, so everybody be ready for that. The sun's change of sign on Wednesday will make it that little bit harder to push ahead with your plans, so start making things happen today. I think on Wednesday we should all just go stare at the sun for 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to do a disclaimer. Do not stare at the sun. I have people that do stuff I say. I'm like a cult leader sometimes. I got people who will go stare at the sun. Boogie Bob, you said to stare at the sun. Now my eyes don't work. Don't stare at the sun. Give me your PIN number. Give me your PIN number. Okay, we're almost done. Taurus. We're in the dawning of the age of a Taurus now. Okay, finally, I got it. Taurus. One of the best times of the year begins 2 days from now when the sun moves into the most dynamic area of your chart. If you are smart, and you are, in parentheses, if you are smart, and you are, you will spend the next 48 hours trying to tie up any loose ends that might hold you back. Guys, if you want to be a part, official part of the mighty bull hunt, I found a bull yesterday. It's easy, and it's fun. You see a bull, you take a picture of said bull, you send it over, you can put it, there's a bunch of ways to do it. You can send it directly to the Mighty Bull. He's the only Mighty Bull on Facebook. Go right to the Mighty Bull page on Facebook. If we have the link, I'd love to put it up. You can go right there and join the bull hunt. It's fun. I'm in 5th place. I'm officially in 5th place. The girl from England can't stand, you can't stand a chance against her. She's way ahead. I like to find creative bulls there. I don't like a bull's t-shirt or a bull's hat. I gotta go and find something crazy and outrageous. I like the outrageous bulls, but it's fun, it's empowering, and I think you'll like it. And you can go to his channel and you can see lots of videos of various bulls. It's fun, and you'll see a lot of different YouTubers on there. Vinny's been on there, I've been on there. I think Yo Ed has made the scene a couple times. Carla's on there. I don't know if the Action Kids ever made it on the channel. Probably. Gemini. Keep what you feel you have to say to friends and colleagues. Short and sweet today. Try not to sound too judgmental, like you are doing their best and that you like to respond better to encouraging things than they do to criticism. And Cancer. Last but not least, Cancer. We have a Cancer. You need to stop worrying about a problem that will most likely resolve itself if you leave it alone. This sounds like herpes. I'm thinking it's probably herpes, guys. So just leave it alone. Do not pick at it. You need to stop worrying about a problem that will most likely resolve itself if you leave it alone. The sun's imminent change of sign will help you make a more positive view of what's going on in the world. It's really not that bad at all. It is. It's herpes. We're going to do real quick birthdays and we're going to get out of here. I got kids playing on scooters. If you're hearing that noise, it's kids on scooters. We got some great birthdays today. We got Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. This guy, fastest drug-free man in the world. Never came up negative for drugs. Usain Bolt, 37 years old today. Record-breaking sprinter who earned the nickname Lightning Bolt and became the first man to win the gold in the 100-meter event at 3 separate Olympics. Can you imagine 3 different Olympics? The 100-meter event, that's 9 seconds, 9.8. I actually ran the 100-meter in high school. 9.8 is like a world championship. I ran it in 42 minutes. 42 minutes. Alright, what else we got here? Brody Jenner, Bruce Jenner's son. He's a Kardashian, but not really. All those girls are his brothers, but he's not a Kardashian. He's a Jenner. Hayden Panettiere, hello. Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt. Wilt the Stilt was 7'2", 13-time All-Star, 4-time MVP, 2-time NBA champion, scored 100 points in a single game. His biggest regret in life is he wrote a book at the end of his career. And in this book, a beautiful book, I read the book, but he spent a couple paragraphs talking about his sexual conquest. And I just got a news flash here that Donald Trump has set a $200,000 bond. I guess he turned himself in today. Did I miss that? Anybody? Donald Trump? I'll check that in a second. It's a news flash. It's a Boogie Bob exclusive. No one has yet except the person that flashed it across my screen. The worst part about this book that he wrote was he mentioned that he had had sex with 20,000 women. Now they did the math, and that would have been 7 women a day for his lifetime. And he goes, "Yep." Come on, bro. 20,000 women. And it followed him until his death. And even after his death, when you talk about Wilt Chamberlain, you talk about the 20,000 women, he really regretted even bringing it up because it disrespected him and it disrespected any women in his life that he may have ever had, that he maybe really cared about. Princess Margaret, God bless you. Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. While you're sitting there at the table, there'll be plenty of time for counting when the deal is done. The Gambler, Kenny Rogers. What a brilliant career. Ladies, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. God, could you imagine writing that and singing that to the woman of your life, or having the man of your life sing that to you? The white-bearded country icon sold over 100 million albums over the course of his career. The 70s, he was the Gambler. He went 5 times platinum, 3 times platinum, many times over. He married his 5th wife. That means he had sex with 5 different women, at least. God bless him. 1984, he released a movie, a song with Dolly Parton called "The Greatest Gift of All." That kid, man, what a talent. What a talent. Casey Musgraves. I don't know who the hell that is. Loretta Devine. Oh, man. Actress who starred Marla Hendricks on the Fox series Boston Public. She won blah, 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 Grey's Anatomy. But she did something. She co-starred with Alfie Woodard Down in the Delta. What a wonderfully talented. She's also Waiting to Exhale. Remember that movie? I'm just going around the dial. Khalees. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can hit you, but I have to charge. That's Nas's baby mama. And now, she's 44 years old today. She was with Nas, and Milkshake was her big, huge hit. Donald Trump did not turn himself in. Okay, there you hear it. That's a Joe Hernandez exclusive. It's a Joe Hernandez exclusive. He did not turn himself in. It says here, Donald Trump is on the run from cops in a white Bronco. A white Bronco. Anyway, Khalees, here's the story about her. She was with Nas, married, I don't know how many years. They have a couple kids together. She is now, at 44, she is dating Bill Murray, who is 80. Bill Murray, the Ghostbusters, Saturday Night Live alumni. I've got a couple great stories on Bill Murray in my repertoire. They just hooked up at some award show over in England or whatever, and they are now an item. I'm still going around the dial. I always loved this kid. I didn't know who he was. Zachary Valentine, Down syndrome, and against all those odds became an actor and got lots of work. Let's go into the famous deaths. Again, we celebrate their life through their death or their passing, and maybe someone's not speaking about them today. We will. Famous deaths. Swipey. What the hell that is? Swipey was a rapper I've never heard of. Don Everly. Oh man, from the Everly Brothers. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Country rock and roll singer who recorded Wake Up Little Susie with his brother Phil as the Everly Brothers. I don't know. That's it. He was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Leon Trotsky. He's a Scorpio. Revolutionary. I don't care. I don't know who that is. I'm trying to wrap up the show here. It's gone on for an hour and a half. I don't see anybody else here that's worth a mention. Everybody's worth a mention. I just don't want to mention people you don't know who the hell they are. Boom. That's it. That's all she wrote, note to note. There's Leon Trotsky. He was a Russian Marxist revolutionary political theorist and founder of the Red Army. He was assassinated in 1962 by an ice pick. How many times can a rhyme get kicked? How many tricks must I stick in the dick with my ice pick? How many fools must get blasted on before them bastards gone extinct like a mastodon? Ask his mom to pass the bong, and I'ma hit that shit till I'm lit like Cheech and Chong. Bring the bong, ring the gong, sing the song, mother effer, cause it's on till dawn. I'm gone. Hip hop non-stop, flip flop on my cops at the donut shop. You don't stop, drop, rock roll. I got soul. I'm in the hole, and it's all to the good. Yeah. Taking and making the faking, shaking and breaking them down, telling all these suckers checking out my sound. I found my sound around the town. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please be kind and loving to each other, and if you're not, you're a creep. Sorry. Everybody, how many times can a rhyme get kicked? How many tricks must I stick in the dick with my ice pick? Not a very pleasant rhyme. And how many fools must get blasted on before them bastards gone extinct like a mastodon? Ask his mom to pass them. I will talk to you again soon. Thank you. This is the first time I've done the news 2 days in a row. I want to thank everybody for helping me get out of my depression. I will do better. I will be better. I will love stronger and be hopefully more patient and kind, just like you should. Let's talk again real soon. I love you all. Especially David Young. He's better than you. That's just how it works. I can't stop. I got an email this morning. It's from Beverly. She's like, Bob, what's the deal with David Young? I don't know. Oh, he's just better than everybody. Then Ambrose sends me an email. He says, David Young's a piece of crap. I was like, Ambrose, I don't appreciate that. I don't know why he would say that. Valerie chimes in and she says, Bob, I think David Young is super sweet. And I said, Valerie, I really appreciate that. Then she said, RJ is the creepy one. And I was like, Valerie, how dare you? Then Treat, here comes Treat. She's like, Bob, everybody's great, but nobody's better than RJ, even if he's a little creepy. And I went, you know what? I'm tired of everybody picking on RJ. RJ's awesome. Creepy? Yes. Let's get it out of the way. But he's very, very sweet. In a creepy way, he's very sweet. I love you, RJ. I love all of you, but not as much as I love Treat. She's so much better than David Young. We will talk again tomorrow. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And all of you are exactly the same. Very, very kind and nice. God bless you. Except David Young. He's better than you. But not better than RJ. No way. No.